Welcome to another edition of Coffee and Kramer. I am Joey Kramer.
And I'm Jennifer Coffee.
And together we are
Koffee and Kramer.
Survived the July 4th weekend.
We did.
Which was completely
uneventful.
Uneventful in our house. No parties.
Nope.
We didn't get invited anywhere.
Nope.
There were parties, we just weren't part of it.
Nope.
We don't get invited, which is fine. Fine.
Well, you know when you say no so many times, people stop inviting you.
Well, I'm not even upset.
I know you aren't.
I'm really not. I'm not even upset that we're not invited to parties because I'd rather stay home.
We grilled.
To tell you the truth, and we had a drunk dog, which we had to take care of for 2 days. It was like having a 130-pound drunk teenager.
He was medicated.
Who went out and got loaded at her friend's house, came home, and he had to deal with them.
He stumbled up and down the steps.
The dog took doggy tranquilizers. I guess it's like Xanax for dogs. And the second night he had him did not go very well.
No.
I had to lead him by his collar outside to pee at night because he couldn't make it up and down the steps.
Correct.
And every time a firework went off, he decided he wanted to go right underneath me.
He crawled into bed with us, which he doesn't normally.
I got to put the fan on. I'm already sweating.
And I have a sweatshirt on.
I know. You're weird. But that was it for the 4th of July. We lit the fire pit. We sat outside.
We did.
And we were in bed by 9:30.
It was about 10.
10
we
o'clock
heard the fireworks go off.
We were in bed, meaning me, her,
and the dog. Yes.
Because our 130-pound German Shepherd, who I've been told the reason they're afraid of fireworks is because they want to protect the alpha. And
there's too much sensory around them.
Oh, my God. I can't tell you how many times I smashed into him. I hit him in the head twice with the opening the door downstairs. It was a nightmare.
It was.
How many 4th of Julys will he have left, though?
Well, you don't know
9 years old.
He's a big dog. You don't know. I
never know. He'll be going to the Rainbow Bridge soon.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with him. Stop it.
And today he's down there. You know, I taught him how to get his own treats. I admit this.
Yes, it was a bad choice.
I just got done proclaiming how innocent he is to
take one treat at a time
to my wife and my child that's at home. And I said, he only takes one at a time. So he sticks his head in the treat thing, walks away. I look over there and he has 4 treats in front of him.
He did.
And he's looking up at me like,
ate them all.
I have no idea how they got here.
Ate them all.
And then he gives me this look like, I didn't do that.
He did.
So, but that's about all that's been going on. It's been very boring.
Quiet.
There hasn't been much going on. We're a couple days away from going to the stadium tour, Motley Crue, Poison, Def Leppard, and Joan Jett.
I'm not going.
I know you're not going, and that's a good thing because you'll cramp me in the Sam style.
Yeah, well.
When we're there.
You
and Chris at the last concert was enough and we forgot to go to a concert too.
We missed a concert. We had plans to go to a concert. We were going
to see John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. If you don't know who that is, Eddie and the Cruisers, and we were planning to go. And that night, like around midnight, she was sleeping,
we missed it.
And I went, "Oh my God, we forgot about the concert."
We did. Good thing we didn't buy the tickets yet.
I was gonna buy the tickets the day before; it wasn't sold out or anything, and I completely forgot.
We did.
About going to the concert.
Well, in the summer, we don't realize what day it is.
I know. I've lost
track.
Since
we're both home, we don't realize what day of the week it even is.
I've totally lost track of the days. And now our youngest is coming home from her apartment in
school
in the Midwest.
In the Midwest.
The Midwestern part of the state. Which is always interesting when she comes home because when Tony comes home, the world explodes around you.
And she's moving home for good, so she's starting to bring her stuff home. So, yes, so we have her back home again.
It's getting way too crowded in this house.
Her car is full.
Adult children should not be living here. We got to get rid of the older one.
Yeah, you're right.
The older one's got to go soon because she's taking over my kitchen with her T-shirts.
You're right.
So we could get rid of the older one first, then we could work on the younger one.
You're right.
And I'm left here to suffer.
You're suffering.
Because I do nothing wrong. I just get all this put on me.
You're suffering?
I'm suffering. Yes. 3 women in a house with me is not easy.
Okay, so do you want to talk about the whole toilet seat up or down with all these women
I
around
never put the toilet seat up. And I've learned that by living with sisters and then living with you and living with daughters. I don't put the toilet seat up.
Which is worse sometimes.
If I have to pee, I'm very good at getting it in the hole.
No, you really are not.
I am. I'm good at getting it in the hole. Even in the dark at night, I could pee right into that hole. I sometimes even take like 10 feet back to see if I can make it in the hole. It's like a game.
I was just going to say, you play a game.
Guys know
we
this.
should put
It's
the
like
bullseye in the bottom so you
it's
actually
like,
aim for the middle because it doesn't go to the middle.
It's kind of like when you know, as a guy, when we were like in 4th, 5th, 6th grade, you would like play lightsabers. You'd go pee like in the urinals and you'd cross your streams.
Okay.
You just never got to cross your stream with another person, so that's why you're upset.
No, that has nothing to do with it. I'm
And
glad I never had to do that.
Anything, when I'm done, I wipe everything off.
Oh, no. And sometimes we'll go back to our 130-pound German Shepherd. He blames him for the toilet seat being wet.
Well, he likes to drink out of the toilet.
No, there's no way it's him. Toilet seat down. I understand. I'm glad you keep the toilet seat down, so when I sit down, it's down. But I don't appreciate you leaving it down.
I really don't do it for you because I'd leave it up once in a while and I'd fall in the toilet.
See, even more reason.
But I don't put it down. I don't think there's any reason.
Done.
And it doesn't matter where I go. I never put it. It's weird. Why do you want to put the toilet seat up? I don't understand.
To give yourself a better target.
I have a target. It's a big hole.
But it's not sanitary.
So I wipe it off when I'm done.
No, really?
Yes, I
really?
do. It's wiped off clean when it's done.
No, really?
I never get anything on the seat. I honestly think I never get anything on this. Very rarely do I ever get anything on the seat.
Very rarely.
Very rarely.
Yeah, well, you don't clean off the toilet
do
seat
I
when
ever
you're
get?
Done.
If anybody's worse, it's the women in my house that.
No.
No, really? You're really going to say that?
So men complain most about women that they have too many cosmetic and hair products in the bathroom. That's the men's complaint about the women.
What are you talking about?
Huh? In a survey.
Oh, she did show prep. Wait,
I did.
Hang on.
But
Should I put music on for this?
No. But women complain the most that the men never change the toilet paper.
That is wrong because I am the only one in this house that changes the toilet paper. And when there's no toilet paper left, I'm the only one who will go and get the toilet paper and bring it into the bathrooms.
Well, it's downstairs in your man cave.
It doesn't make a difference. No, it's on the steps. You open the door.
Downstairs in your man cave.
On the steps.
I don't go into your man cave.
It's on the steps. I put it right on top of the dog food. So there's no reason why anybody could fill the toilet paper.
So the second biggest complaint men make is that women try to talk to them from the toilet. Women talk to their men when they're on the toilet.
You do that.
I yell from the bathroom. Usually you're yelling at me when I'm in the bathroom. It's usually reversed, actually.
There's no privacy in this house with the two of us.
There isn't.
I mean, the kids are home, it's different. But, I mean, this woman over here, I could be in the bathroom brushing my teeth, and she'll drop trowel right there. If she has to pee, she has to pee, and that's all there is to it.
Okay, a woman's second complaint is that a man leaves his beard, stubble, or hair in the sink.
Well, I have no facial hair, so.
When you shave, you leave it everywhere.
I don't think that's true.
When you do shave, you make a mess.
First of all, you shave me half the time because I can't feel my face.
As neat as you are about most things, hair in the sink is not one of them from shaving. Of course, men complain that women leave their hair in the sink too.
When I take a bath, we have a big claw tub. So, like, I know people think, I love my bath time. And if she goes first, I then will go in there, and there is all hair in the bathtub. You never, ever, ever, ever think of cleaning out your hair.
I clean my hair all the time.
You never clean your hair.
Nope,
there was some there this morning.
Nope, I do.
I had to flush it down the drain.
Nope, I clean it out
Talk about the
morning.
vacuum cleaner that is clogged with your hair?
Well, that's a bathroom cleaner.
You're worse than the dog. Yes, I said it. Go ahead.
No.
What's next?
Some parting advice in the bathroom to keep people from fighting. You ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. 1, flush your toilet after you close the lid.
What?
You should close the lid when you're done going to the bathroom, like the whole lid. and then flush, because that's when the water squirts up. So even if you didn't pee on the toilet, it could be the water squirting up on the toilet from flushing.
Why would I close the lid? How do you know it all went down?
Number 2.
Okay. Going backwards here. I don't understand how you do that, because how do you make sure everything goes down?
You could check after you.
So what are you supposed to peek and see?
You could. Number 2, always wash your hands. Number 3, well, this is always wipe your phone down with disinfectant after using the bathroom, because I'm assuming most people in this world have their phone in the bathroom with them nowadays. There's no more papers. Magazines.
I have a newspaper in there.
Most people don't have papers and magazines anymore. They take their phones in there with them. Always be neat.
Yeah, I know you guys take your phones in there because you're in there for 3 hours on your phone.
Check to make sure there's toilet paper before you leave.
Something you don't do.
And this is...
I always seem to walk into the bathroom, and every time I go in, there's no toilet paper left.
Every time I go in, there's no toilet paper left.
And it's underneath there. You could replace it. I don't
understand
why you leave the empty roll there.
No. Wait a minute. You change the toilet paper when there's still toilet paper on there to be used.
I don't like it getting down to the end. It freaks me out.
So you change it before it needs to be changed.
I do not like it getting down to the end.
So it's never empty when I leave it. There's still more on there for another usage. And the last one, respect the partitions and don't graffiti them. That's like for a public bathroom rather than a home bathroom.
Partitions?
Yeah, like when you're in a public bathroom.
I don't do public bathrooms.
Well, I know you don't.
I clog myself up with Imodium AD before I go anywhere because I want nothing to do with a public bathroom.
You don't.
Nothing's worse.
I use a public bathroom.
Than if you had to use one and you're listening to everybody around you talking what they're going to talk about, and the guy next to you has uncontrollable diarrhea the whole time.
Now you're taking it too far.
It's just hitting. You can hear it hitting the toilet. Plop, plop, plop.
But why do people feel the need to write on bathroom walls? Why do people feel the need to write on bathroom walls?
It all has to do with Happy Days. Fonzie? Well, yeah, they used to write on the girls' names on the boys. If you were a girl and your name was on the boys' bathroom wall, you were popular.
No.
No. Yes. That's the reason.
That's ridiculous.
That is not ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
That is the reason why.
But that's not what they write on walls now.
You're just mad because you never had your name on the bathroom wall.
Well, I hope I never did.
You know what? We go to basketball practice. I'm going to put your name on the bathroom wall.
Please don't.
I'm going to write it there for a good time.
Please don't.
Put you there for a good time, and I'll put your phone number, your cell phone.
Oh, please.
I think that would be fantastic.
Now, but see, again, that's like a harmless prank.
Putting your phone number there?
Yeah, that's not like a vicious or harmful or. I mean, I'd have to change my phone number.
So getting a call that says, call Jen for a good time and putting your phone number there.
I wouldn't be happy with you. That would be a nightmare. But I mean, there's some funny to it. I mean, it's not vindictive or hurtful. But I'd have to change my phone number. That would be bad.
I can think of some other things I could do.
Why are you trying to get even with me?
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to get even with anything.
Okay, just remember, we're going to be at camp.
I'm not trying to get even with anything.
14 teenage girls and myself.
Don't even remind me.
And 3 men who are coaches.
Last year, I came back.
We can get even with you far more than you can get even with us.
Last year, I came back with one less cooler.
Yeah, well, now we don't have a cooler to
Coach
take
Joe,
this
could you get us ice? Sure, I'll get you ice because nobody wants to ask the other coach to get ice because they're like scared to death of them. And then I don't get my cooler back.
Nope. I think that's partially your fault.
No, that wasn't my fault.
Why you didn't ask her about it before you left?
Because she had it in her room. I figured she'd be smart enough to bring it with her.
Well, there's where you went wrong.
And then when we got back and I said, where's my cooler? What cooler? What do you mean, what cooler?
The cooler you used all weekend?
Oh,
well,
I left it there.
Make sure you have one of them bring a cooler this year.
Well, I don't have a cooler to bring, so it doesn't make a difference. I have that small cooler, which I'm almost hesitant to bring because I'm afraid that it's gonna get taken on me again.
Yeah, that would be bad. Then we wouldn't have any coolers.
I'm very upset. Don't get me started.
Okay.
I need a vacation.
We all do.
I want to go back to the beach, but Coffee over here, she doesn't like the beach. I mean, who doesn't like the beach?
I don't like the beach.
Everybody likes the beach.
Can I say that I got a brand new bathing suit last year, which I haven't had a bathing suit in like 5 years?
She usually goes naked when she goes swimming.
We haven't gone swimming.
Last time in October, we were down at Wildwood.
2 years ago.
And last year we were down.
But I bought a bathing suit last year to go to the beach.
I got a secret to tell you. Last
I haven't
year,
worn it yet.
I never go in the pool.
Still in the drawer.
So like around 9 o'clock at night, it's dark, and I go into the pool, and she comes down buck naked to the pool at a public pool. No. I'm like, what are you doing? And there she is walking naked into the pool. I was like,
again. Bought a brand new bathing suit.
I thought you got a brand new bathing suit. And she said,
very excited to wear the bathing suit.
I don't need to wear a bathing suit.
Very excited to wear my brand new bathing suit.
So you're not denying going swimming.
Why would I come down naked and not wear my brand new bathing suit that I just got?
She's not denying any of that.
I'm denying it.
Just like
didn't happen.
My mother was right.
I'm trouble.
We're a bad influence.
Bad influence.
That's exactly what it was. You changed me when I started. I was innocent.
I changed you.
I was very innocent.
That Jennifer.
Do we have to talk about the girl in the empty field?
Am I making you stutter? Are you getting nervous over there?
No, I'm just saying how innocent I was. That there was this girl when I was a freshman, and we had an empty field near our house, and I was going home, and she said, "Joe, I'll walk home with you." And I'm thinking, "Oh, okay, she's gonna walk home with me." And we got halfway through the field, and she kissed me, and all of a sudden.
For the record, this isn't me.
No, it wasn't her.
So that Jennifer, it's not me.
It wasn't her. But all of a sudden, she like puts my hand like in the back of her shirt, like up her, and I'm thinking, what is she doing? So, this is 9th grade me. Now this
But it's that Jennifer.
This proves how naive we were back in the 80s, because you think this was a girl 2 years older than me, and we're in an empty field late at night. We're, kissing. My hand goes up the back of her shirt, and what do? I just start scratching her back.
Did you go home and ask your father about that night?
I was very confused. I don't know who I asked. I asked somebody.
You had to ask somebody.
I think I asked her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
I did. I think I actually asked her boyfriend.
Yeah. And what did you say to him?
He explained to me. I told him. I said, "What happens when a girl and he explained it to me." I thought, gotcha.
Well, she probably did that because she learned that from him.
It could be. I mean, I think, what does this girl want me to scratch her back for? Like, what a weirdo.
Maybe she wanted you to rub her back.
I don't know what she wanted me to do, but I am going to feel scratching her
back. And you say that I'm the problem.
Oh, God. I was so naive. I can't believe how, and they see kids today.
And you wonder how kids that are 10, 11, 12.
I was so naive.
I didn't. Stories?
The birds and the bees were taught to me by you.
Oh, they were.
You shot me right into adulthood.
Oh, please.
The Samantha Fox poster and Jennifer Coffee sent me into puberty.
I don't think that's
absolutely
true.
I'm telling that true. Right now. I was innocent. I was a good Catholic boy.
Here you go.
And then this girl comes, and all of a sudden, my mother was right. That's all I'm going to say.
She was right about me. That Jennifer.
My mother was right.
Yeah, that's what you say.
That's all I'm going to say.
Koffee and Kramer podcast is sponsored by Samantha Faith Creative. Samantha Faith is a content creator who specializes in photography, illustrations, and social media. You can check out her content on Instagram, Facebook, and her website and our link in our bio. Mention Koffee and Kramer podcast for a special 10% discount with Samantha Faith Creative today. Instagram at samanthafaith.creative, Facebook Samantha Faith Creative, or her website samanthafaithphoto.com. She's got a lot of new stuff out too.
All these t-shirts. Yeah, her t-shirts are all over the kitchen.
Yeah, they're coming out.
It's crazy. And by the way, if you didn't hear Decades this week, we counted down the top 40 summertime songs of the 1980s. It's on our website, Decades with Joe E. Kramer. It's right in the front.
We got that right by the end.
We did. I had it right the whole time, but you were like all over the place.
I did okay.
But the top 40 summertime songs of the 1980s are
Check
there.
It out.
And, of course, Koffee and Kramer on Facebook, KOFFEE.
And Kramer with a K.
And Kramer, both with a K, not with a C. Motley Crue. I am very excited about this concert. I've seen Motley Crue so many times, but I can't wait to get there.
Do you think everybody will be there by that night?
Yeah, Tommy Lee's back.
Everybody's going to be healthy
Tommy Lee's
and perform.
back. Brett Michaels is back. After his, well, they're older guys. They're, you know, things are happening.
Things are happening.
Things are going on. Anyway, I told her I'm surprised you actually looked something up, but this was interesting because this is the truth when it goes to women and guys. You know this: women hold grudges more than men.
Okay.
The female to the left of me right here knows how to hold a grudge better than
Absolutely.
anybody I know. There are people we don't talk to because 25 years ago they said something to her and she didn't like it.
Correct.
So she will not talk to that person. Whereas guys, we'll get in a fight.
They duke it out and they move on.
It's not even duking it out. We might get in a fight on Monday, and be mad, and by Wednesday, who cares? It's over.
Yeah, I don't agree.
I don't understand why. Why do women have to hold grudges?
Because
Why?
we do.
I don't understand why.
Because
why
we're more sensitive.
Why can't you just move on? You get in a
Words
fight.
hurt more. Words, actions.
I don't think it has anything to do with words hurting more. It's you're so stubborn. You guys won't.
Well,
neither one of you will say you're sorry.
I have a small circle of trust.
Oh, here we go.
And it's very easy to get pushed out of that circle of trust. So when somebody does something, then they're just pushed out of the circle of trust.
But you could be friends with somebody for how long, and then one little thing, and they hold grudges.
We do.
There are certain people that she will not talk to because of something they did 25 years. I don't like her.
Correct.
And if she doesn't like her or him, I can't like her or him either.
Correct.
So it doesn't make a difference. Even if I have no problem, I'm sorry, I see him, I can't talk to you because my wife's still mad at you from something that happened in 1990.
Yep.
My allergies are bothering me. I'm losing my voice too.
I could tell.
I mean, I have the COVID.
You don't have the COVID.
You never know. Dr. Fauci got it twice.
You don't have the COVID. You're fine.
Anyway, we're talking about grudges, and it says it's how we handle conflict, meaning we being the women. Overall, men express their feelings when hurt, whereas women bottle it up. Studies show women allow for a broader range of possibilities in conflict, while men like to isolate, define, and resolve a problem.
Yeah.
Women want to talk it out. Men want to solve it. It goes back to survival of the fittest. Women nurtured relationships and men protect, hunt, and solve a conflict. One isn't better than the other. It adds dimension to our lives. It's just
See? So
men,
there you go.
No, it's just men are more the dignified species.
Oh, no.
We are more dignified.
You're hunters and gatherers is what it just said.
No, we're dignified.
Women
though.
discuss it. Women want to talk.
Nothing
Women
you want more
emotions.
than, nothing a guy wants less than is to discuss something.
Exactly.
Men and women's brains work very differently. Men tend to be more factual in their thought and action, while women tend to be more intuitive.
Which is why they've always said that men are better at math and women are better at reading and English.
Men like logic.
Which isn't true either.
Men like logic, facts, and numbers, and women like feelings and emotions and intuition.
And again, in our house, like with so many other topics we've talked about, we are reversed.
Absolutely not.
Because
I don't want to talk about anything.
I am the one that teaches math, and you are the one that likes English and social studies, and you like to deal with things like that. So again, we are very opposite when it comes to things like that.
I don't want to talk it out, though. Okay,
no, you don't want to talk it out.
We got in a fight. It's over. Or you'll lay there and sit there with your arms folded and be mad at me.
But see, I think the next part is what's more important is women play it through their brains over and over and over again, and guys just move on to the next thing.
Women remember more. Studies on women's brains show they have a larger area to store memories called their hippocampus.
Correct.
Thus, they remember even the tiniest details, which may be used against someone later on. That's exactly.
You're
Do
right.
you remember when 20 years ago you told me that I'm a mother, act like it? That's something I said to her like 20 years ago.
You did, and I never forgot that.
And she's never, ever, ever forgot it.
Nope. That
one little thing. It
Yep.
was a good one, too. It was one of those mic drop moments where she got me really mad. And I could remember standing by the closet in the hallway, and you said something stupid, whatever it was. And I looked at you, I said, "You're a mother. Act like it."
And there was a long gap between that moment and when I talked to you again.
I don't think so.
I think so.
No.
I think so. You apologized profusely after that.
It was nighttime, so...
You apologized a lot after that.
It was nighttime. I came in there and I took my shirt off and you went, okay, I'm sorry.
No, I don't think that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
No, I don't think that's what happened.
Men have more processing power for threats, and women have more processing power for details. Women, here's the truth. Women speak 13,000 words per day on average more than men.
I believe it.
That is truth. Tony speaks 13,000 words in like 5 minutes. This girl who said she was never going to call home and she was leaving and that was it. And I can't wait to go away.
I've spoken to her about 15 times today.
Just today, she's called 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Whether it's how to cook a piece of salmon or whether it's something, you got to hear this. I got this thing. Oh, my God.
I got about the cost of gas. I got about what she's eating for dinner. I got what time she's working till, what time she'll be home.
It's like brain overload.
She is brain overload. I think you should say teenage women.
No, that's all women. Because when you come home from school and we go for a walk, I have to put like an extra gig in my mind because you go nonstop telling me.
Well, I share with you my day.
But I don't get a chance to respond.
But what do you want to share with me? I give you a chance to share. We take turns.
I'm just saying, you go nonstop.
No, that's not true.
It is true. Men think
this is true.
Men think in a linear pattern, and women can bounce from idea to idea. It's the truth.
I'll start a story and I'll get sidetracked in the middle of the story.
What she loves to do.
Start telling another story in the middle and then forget where I was before.
What she loves to do is she loves to text me, like early in the day, and ask me some question. It could be something like, she'll ask me,
what are we doing for dinner?
What are we doing for dinner? And I'll say, do you want to go for Mexican? And then I won't hear from her for like 3 hours. And then 3 or 4 hours later, I'll get, okay. And I'm like, okay, what? Okay, I'll go for Mexican. Like,
well, I get sidetracked.
I am going to start a new podcast that's going to be called, Men. I always had a thought about it.
I don't know.
Man therapy.
Man therapy.
And all the guys could call in and tell me all their problems because
you tried to rally men to do this before, and the last time you tried to do that, people all walked away from you.
They said, "Well, if you're not going to let my wife know, I'll do it."
Yeah, you walked away from it.
15 ways to make your wife happy. This is backed by experts and science.
Somehow, I don't think this is going to be
prioritize communication. To make a wife or any partner happy, it's important to communicate. Oh, that's that freaking communication. Guys don't want to communicate.
You need to communicate.
We don't. We want back rubs, food, and sex. That's it. We don't need to communicate.
Women want to talk.
I don't want to talk.
Well, that's the problem.
Be attentive to the little things she loves. Oh, God. This is definitely from a millennial. Give lots of physical touch. You never want. Every time I go to hug you, you go, can you hug me less today?
You're right. I'm not much of touch.
Work together to come up with a division of labor that works for each of you.
We do that.
Express interest in her thoughts and feelings.
You don't do that.
Oh, my God. How don't I do that?
You don't do that. You're just staring at me now. See, look, you're just looking at me.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Mm-hmm.
Fight better.
Because we don't really fight.
No,
we really bicker, but, no different than anybody
else. Don't
fight
over text.
Text is hard to tell tone.
I first of all, I don't like the text. I guess it has to do with my hands not having a lot of feeling in my fingers. But when people start texting me, I just pick up the phone and call them. Like, I'm not going to sit there and text you for 3 hours.
It's hard to tell tone on a text, so it sometimes is misunderstood as something different.
Don't pressure your wife into having
Nookie.
If you have to pressure your wife, then there's something wrong with your relationship.
You're right.
By the way, a doctor has said this, guys. This is a
TikTok.
No,
this is
it's not. This is an actual doctor on TikTok.
What kind of doctor is she?
I don't know what she was. She was a doctor.
Exactly. She could be a doctor of education.
It doesn't make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually truth. Prostate cancer is a real thing. Don't make fun of it. It's serious. And it said that in order to keep your husband from having prostate cancer, You should have sex at least 27 times a month.
Could we give a medical disclaimer? He's
27 times a month.
He's not a medical doctor, and he does not know for a fact that this is true.
Consider combining bank accounts.
I know some people that have separate bank accounts. It's what works for them.
If I was going to get married and have separate bank accounts, I mean, that's just...
Celebrate each other's achievements, I think, is important. You can't be jealous or upset for something. And
last thing, 23 ways to make your husband happy.
Why is there more? Why does it take more to make your husband happy than a
Learn
woman?
his love language.
That's true. Because some people like physical touch. Some people like emotional connection. Some people like something different.
Be present for him.
Okay.
Which means even though you're here, make sure you are here.
Correct.
Which means when I'm talking to you, don't be playing bingo.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm glad you understand it because you don't do it all the time. Make time for romance.
Yep. Again, sex, stomach, back rubs.
Trigger his hero instinct. Sometimes men just like to save.
You like to feel important.
It could be as simple as you trip and fall into my arms.
You would laugh and watch me fall on the ground. See? You did it before.
Oh, when you fell off the chair that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Do things to make him feel special.
Back rubs, food, sex.
That's not everything. Dress up just for him.
So we made this deal that at least once a week this summer, I would actually put contacts in.
It was actually twice
and wear
a week.
Makeup.
It was actually twice a week.
He thinks that's what I need to do.
All I said is that why, when you're married, why don't you want to dress up, put makeup on, wear your contacts? I mean, I don't understand that.
It's the summer.
It doesn't matter. During the summer when we were 18, 19, you got dressed up.
I pull my hair in a ponytail. I put my glasses on, and I enjoy the day.
Don't think so.
Dress up just for him.
You should dress up just for me. Don't expect him to read your mind. Perfect. Because women think that men could read their mind.
You should be able to by now.
There's no way any guy could read a woman's mind. Make them feel appreciated. Yes.
These are all the same.
Sometimes I'd like you to just say to me, you're appreciated.
I say you're awesome.
Yeah. With a
You're
snicker.
amazing.
But you don't need it.
Who says that?
Give one of his hobbies a whirl.
Good, we're sir. Doing this
I'm sitting here right now.
See?
Be understanding. Sometimes it can be hard to relate to some of the things that upset your husband. Take sports, for instance.
You have sports Tourette's.
No, I just say, when Nick Castellano strikes out with the bases loaded, that's a time I pull my pants down and moon him.
And how many times do I watch a game with you?
Do you ever pull your pants down and moon him with me?
No, I don't join you.
Well, then, I'm actually worse with you.
But I do sit there and watch the game with you. You don't let me watch an Eagles game. You let me watch the Phillies games.
I'm much worse during an Eagles game because the Phillies play 162 games, and the Eagles, I take a loss a lot harder.
You do.
So, yes, I get very upset. I also have video game Tourette's.
You do.
I curse a lot when I'm playing video games.
Only time.
Don't try to change him. Girls, women, this is a big thing. Don't try to change your husband.
I don't
he
think
is
I have.
what he is.
You are what you are. That is for sure.
Ask his friends over. I don't have any friends, so we don't have to worry about that. If anybody wants to be my friend, just drop us an email at coffeeandkramer@yahoo.com.
You did have some friends that you were close with as we were younger. They used to join us all the time.
Oh, I know. Don't disrespect him.
Spend time in the outdoors together.
Yeah, did that include you going and sitting on the front step while I'm cutting the grass and complaining the bugs are bothering you?
Yeah, that's the great outdoors.
Tell him you love him.
I tell you every day, multiple times.
And you also tell me, could you love me less?
Well, sometimes you're overbearing. Sometimes you're a lot to handle.
Make time to do fun things together.
That's not me, that's you.
What do you mean?
We have all the time in the world to do whatever you want.
Every time you see your husband, give him a warm hug and farewell.
I do. I kiss you goodbye every time I say goodbye.
And if I give you a hug too long again, do you have to love me so much or miss me so much?
Well, again, it goes back to love language.
Make friends with his friends. Again, no friends. So don't worry about that. Support your man from the sidelines.
Always did.
You're expected to be the rock in the marriage. You're expected to provide for the family, and in the face of all that pressure, you're supposed to keep your head high and soldier on.
Always do.
This list never ends. Write him a love letter.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Why don't you write me a love?
I don't write.
I want a love letter.
I don't write.
I want you to write something nice to me.
No, I don't write. What was number 23?
Oh, I missed it. 23, surprise him.
Oh, no, there's no surprising you.
You should surprise me.
Your OCD is a little overboard sometimes. You don't do well with surprises.
I do fine with surprises. You've never tried it.
You're kidding me, right?
If you would try it.
If I came home and said I have 2 tickets for a Phillies game tonight, you'd be like, "Oh, I don't know. I have to prepare myself."
No,
we can't. No.
Oh my God, we went to Scranton this week. It was terrible.
Exactly.
Oh.
You don't want to go to Scranton, which is 20 minutes away.
On Monday, I get the call that we're going to have a game in Scranton on Tuesday, and oh my God, I do not like big cities or small cities. It was way too fast of a
notification for him.
Besides, it was 20 minutes there. I don't like being in a car for 20 minutes.
It was 20 minutes. Listen to what you're saying.
It was hell.
Some people have that kind of transport every day. It was
absolute positive hell on earth.
You lived to tell about it.
And then finding our way out was even worse. We went to Wendy's. I got horrible chili because I am on a no-carb thing, and I got this thing that tasted like old coffee.
Again, you lived to tell about it.
All right, don't forget to join us next week. We'll do it all over again. Another Koffee and Kramer, Decades with Joey Kramer this coming Saturday. And Jennifer Coffey will be joining me for the Top 9 at 9.
I will be.
Make sure you like us on Facebook, Koffee and Kramer Podcast with a K. Both Koffee and Kramer, both with a K.
Correct.
We'll be back next week, and I will be back from the concert, and you will have my review. So
can't wait.
I'm Joey Kramer.
And I'm Jennifer Coffey.
And this is Koffee and Kramer.
No.